So first off, happy August. I am coming to you at nighttime here because I just finished my pick for last month, or for July. It's still July as I'm filming this, obviously. And I'm just too excited to find out what I'm gonna be reading next. So yes, welcome to TBR Spin. TBR Spin is a game that Jill from the Book Bully and I are doing, where at the beginning of the year you pick 12 books that you want to read from your TBR, and every month we spin a wheel and then we use that prompt to lead us to one of the books on our stack. If you didn't get a chance to join in earlier, you can still join in now. Just select 5 books off of your TBR for the 5 months that we have left in the year, and you can start with this video. So I did talk about it in the video I had just posted, my Q2 review, which book I ended up getting for July, but in case you missed that, I went with The Joy Luck Club. I read it, I loved it. I've technically read The Joy Luck Club before, but it was in high school and I barely remember it. And so even though this was a reread for me, I did count this as a part of like my larger TBR, just because I knew that I wanted to read it and like really read it this time. And I'm so glad that I did, because it's so good. Basically, it centers around these 4 Chinese families, mostly the mothers and daughters. The entire book is broken out into 4 different sections. Each of those sections is broken down into 4 people, so a story from each person. The first section and the last section are reserved for the mothers, and the middle sections are their daughters. The mothers were born in China, the daughters were born in the US. So it's very different, their lives, but you obviously get to see a lot of them interacting, and knowing the backstory of the mothers really adds to that. So all of that is true with the exception of one character, Jingmei Wu, also referred to as June, who is one of the daughters, but her mother has just passed away at the start of this story. And so we never really get her mother's perspective, although we do get stories about her mother from other people. So she actually takes the place of her mother during those sections. So she has a story within each of the 4 separate sections of the book. It's wonderful. I loved it. It was a lot different than I remembered it being. I remembered a lot more from the younger daughters, specifically Waverly. For some reason, she really stuck in my brain, but I'm glad that I actually have more of the context around this book, and I definitely teared up a bit at the end there, but like in the best way. I won't say any more than that though. So because I took that book from my larger TBR, I did have to remove a book from my TBR spin stack. I ended up removing Home Fire by using a random number generator. So this is where my stack is currently. But that's enough talking, because all I want is to find out what the next prompt is gonna be and what book I'm gonna be reading in August. August is a big reading month already for me, because Booker's getting announced. Okay, here we go. The screen is recording. I'm gonna sit to the side a little bit because I always forget to do that. I'm so excited. Ooh, oh boy. I think I know, no. Oh, okay. I thought for a second that this was a different little piece of the pie than it is. Okay. A book featuring a main character who is different from you, race, gender, sexuality. Okay, so I think that that means Finley Donovan is out as far as what I know about her anyway. We could easily go for the Plotters or the Housekeeper and the Professor, because different race, and I think different gender for the Plotters. Yes. Why am I even looking at this? Technically this would count, but I feel like it's a really dumb idea to pick the largest book that I have when I know I've got Booker going on. I don't think that Reckless Girls would count. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with The Plotters by Unsoo Kim. I'm really tempted to go with The Housekeeper and the Professor. I know that people are really excited for me to get to that one, but based off the premise that I think this is like the most different main character from me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finally read The Plotters. This is one of the oldest books on my bookshelf, so this is actually an exciting moment. Actually, this is good because I feel like The Housekeeper and the Professor, I believe, is literary fiction, and this is not literary fiction. So maybe it's good that I'll have a break from literary fiction during the month of August. I'm actually really excited about this pick. Anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful August. Don't forget that we have a Discord, which I have finally updated. I was a little behind last month. A story graph challenge that has like the prompts as they're revealed, they show up there. So you can join those. Also be sure to follow Jill for next month's prompt if you don't already. And that's it. That's everything. So I hope you did enjoy watching, and I see you see you in 2 months for this. But next month on Jill's video, I'll be in the comments. Will you be in the comments? You better be. Okay, cool. Bye.